I remember when I was just a little boy and I asked my parents for a Game Boy. The first game that I ever played on that Game Boy was Pokemon Fire Red. I didn't know anything about the game because I had not read any reviews on the internet or anything like that. So I knew nothing about the game. I just popped it in the Game Boy and started to play it. And I think this is a very awesome game because after I played this game, it led me to want to play the other games on the Game Boy, like Sapphire, Ruby, Emerald, and Leaf Green, which is the other game almost just like Fire Red, which you will probably already know that. Now, this right here is the beginning stuff you have to read for Pokemon Fire Red. Really, I just call it stuff because that's really what it is. It's just stuff. This is really not even useful. The first time I played this, I didn't even need this. I still knew what to do when I got to the game. And as you see Professor Oak and saying some stuff like this world is inhabited far and wide by Pokemon, which for some people Pokemon are pets. As for myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. You know what? I don't care. Okay, you know what? Let's just get to the footage. I'm going to discuss some topics about the game before I get into the gameplay. So you get to have 6 Pokemon, and the point of the game is to catch all of the Pokemon ever created. Of course, though, you don't have to do this in order to advance through the game. To sum up the game, what you have to do besides catch all the Pokemon is go around all the cities and win all 8 gym badges so you can go challenge the Elite Four at the Pokemon League. You also have a rival in this game, which is the last person you face in the game as the Pokemon League champion after you have beaten the Elite Four. Now I want to show what all the minor flaws with this game are before I get to why the game is good. If you actually listen to the cries of Rhyhorn and Charizard, they both have exactly the same cry. Why? Were the creators too lazy to make a separate cry for certain Pokemon? Did they run out of time? What the fuck? It doesn't make no sense why Rhyhorn and Charizard would have the same cries. Mewtwo and Parasite also have the same cries, you can see, and so does Poliwag and Ditto. Another flaw is how there is hardly any challenge at all. Most of the normal trainers in this game are way too easy, and the gym leaders are only hard if you don't have the right type of Pokemon to beat the type that they have. The only time this game actually starts to bring a challenge is when you get to the Victory Road cave before the Elite Four. The Victory Road and Pokemon League are really the only real challenges in the game. However, there are some very long annoying parts in the game that take a quite while to get through, like the building in Saffron City where Team Rocket is at during a certain time in the game. Oh yeah, remember how I said one thing you want to do in the game is catch all the Pokemon? Well, if you do actually take the time to use the game start codes to catch all of them, or if you trade to get all the Pokemon, then you would think that you would get an award or something, right? Wrong! All you get is a congratulations from Professor Oak, and there is this other guy that gives you a stupid card for completing the Pokédex. So, in all, it's a waste of time to catch all of the Pokemon, or at least it is in Pokemon Fire Red. One last flaw that I want to mention is how when you ghost walk into this water where Kabuto is, then a wild Pokemon can appear. None is supposed to be able to walk or surf on that water, so why could a Pokemon show up in there? Oh well, I guess the creators thought that Kabuto needed some Pokemon friends in there with him. Now that may seem like a lot of flaws, and it may seem like I hate this game, but this is not the case at all. All the flaws this game does have aren't very bad at all, and as you know, all games have at least one flaw, even if that flaw is very bad. Now, I am really quickly going to explain how this game is good. First of all, the whole type system is really brilliant. There are many types of Pokemon, but I am not going to waste time naming off all of them. However, I will say that I prefer to use the fire types of Pokemon, and I'll always pick the fire stars at the beginning of the game. Another good thing about the game is how you have to raise up the Pokemon that you catch to make sure they are fit and ready to take on the Pokemon League when you get there. The game can also keep you entertained for days. The first time I played Pokemon Fire Red, it took me about a week and a half to beat it, and I always played the game almost all day long. The game also makes you want to just keep playing it over and over again, no matter how many times you have beat it already. I'm certain that this game will entertain anyone. It doesn't matter if you're a Pokemon nerd or just a kid that doesn't know shit about Pokemon. Even though I find Pokemon Fire to be an awesome game along with the other Pokemon games on the Game Boy and on the Nintendo DS, I have to mention that my favorite Pokemon game of all time is Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness for the GameCube. If you haven't played it, then I highly recommend that you go buy it and play it sometime soon. I am Jayson, and thanks for watching my first ever game review, and I hope you enjoyed it.